Hi, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, doing another draft film breakdown brought to you by SeatGeek, and today we're looking at NC State left tackle Ikem Ekownu. A very interesting player, a player I can see landing with the Giants or landing with another team. So if your team drafted him, you're watching, enjoy, because I really like this player. But he is a player with flaws to me. Like there's a lot of flaws to Ikem Ekwonu's game, but I think it's flaws that will improve with hard work, and it's fixable things, things with his footwork, being over punchy, and to compare it to the Giants, somebody like had some of the same issues as Andrew Thomas, even though Andrew Thomas was a little cleaner coming out of college. So very exciting player, has just unreal ability, which we're going to go through. And because I think he's such a complicated player, we're gonna go through 25 reps in this. Usually I try to keep him to about 15 or so, paint a picture. We're gonna go through 25. We're gonna go through a bunch of different areas of his game. But again, like and subscribe to the channel. For other draft breakdowns, like and subscribe to the Talking Football channel. We'll put a link in the description. Got a bunch of stuff out there. And we're going to do the Ikem Ekownu versus Jermaine Johnson versus film breakdown later in the week. So make sure to check it out. All right, let's go through it. Ikem Ekownu, Icky, NC State, left tackle. So we're gonna go through what I like the most is the working his hands on the snatch and trap technique, which is to me signals like, okay, this guy's gonna grow. This guy's gonna grow with his hands. So let's get into it. Okay, simple but super effective, and it's hard to pull off in a game. So what happens is someone's bull rushing him in his chest. So they're gonna try and push him back, get him off balance, maybe dip the edge, but when someone's leaning like that, using those hands leaning on that, he uses his hands, bam, break him off of him. He's got forward momentum. He's leaning, put him on the ground. Use your hands to make sure he stays on the ground, and then just lay on him. Get heavy. That's legal. Do it. Okay, and it stops guys from trying things if you're going to get heavy on him, and he does it every single time. It's beautiful to watch. So just really beautiful stuff, and he did it multiple times. Here versus FSU, again, and it's natural, man. And this isn't like some guys pull this off when guys are just really working the bull and they're leaning. Like, no, this is quick thinking. Like this isn't a guy that's leaning like crazy, but you just see the absolute power that he drives out of his hands, and bam, just quick, bam, just pulling it off. It's beautiful. This next one's on a draw play, but it doesn't matter because the Jermaine Johnson doesn't realize that by the time this happens. But again, this is a top draft prospect who had some wins versus Ekwonu, which we'll look at, and he's able to pull it off. So ability to think on his feet and the power to do it. Again, these guys aren't leaning like crazy. There's some guys where it's like they're getting bulled like crazy and they pull it off and okay, awesome. Or guys on the interior, like no, he's pulling it out from the tackle spot against good athletes. Again, watch Jermaine Johnson stabs with that left hand. Watch the right hand of Ekwonu. Bam, break it off of him. Now get heavy on him. Get heavy on him. Don't let him. That's legal. The play's going on. You're allowed to lay on people if you do that to them. Give a nice push off. I love that. I love the nasty demeanor that he plays with. So good stuff. Now let's go through some more basic pass pro reps. Again, his anchor ability just very stout. Let's watch the feet. 1, 2, 3. Again, his feet can be inconsistent, and we're going to see it show up in other reps. Nice punch. Not leaning like crazy. Feet stay wide. Uses the hop step. I mean, just some good stuff. So you see, like, the ability that, like, I think he's going to grow and get better. Again, we're going to hit some of his weak spots in a minute here. Next rep. Again, feet moving well. The punch is a little wide. He is leaning on it, which we're going to see him get in trouble, but decent a little high, but decent hand placement, but extend that arm. And the pass rusher works that arm off of him, and watch him replace. Again, not great, but good recovery. Feet slide over. Dominant rep. Great, or not a dominant rep, but a good rep. And it leads to a big play. Here versus Jermaine Johnson. Again, jump, quick set, these 45 sets, 1, 2, 3. You're at your landing point, land the punch. Again, Jermaine Johnson's got that left hand holding. But again, just great balance, great anchor, quick feet, win of a rep. Guy's going to try and work the speed from a wide angle. 1, 2, 3. Now I would like to see him 1, 2, and hit that third step out here instead of back here and opening up and giving a better angle for the pass rusher. That's something he needs to get better at. It does allow him to get into his chest. You see, even if he's able to get into the chest and working speed, a win of a rep. So, again, there's a lot of that needs to get better in his game, but you just see like natural ability and things he's working. You see some really good stuff. Next one. Again, I kind of hate the way NC State's film operator works because we're trying to watch the offensive line on this view, and he gets cut off. But again, set. That's the way we want it. 3 quick sets, punches. Now he leans, but he packs a powerful punch. Win of a rep. Now here's where I think his biggest issue is going to come in pass protection, and something he has to get better at, and is protecting the inside. Because he gets very punch heavy. 1, 2, 3. But watch those feet come together. See how those feet are together? That doesn't allow you to power back down inside. So he works inside, and instead of your right foot just moving back here and being able to mirror, well, now your right foot, because of that, drops back. And now he's got an angle at the quarterback. Now he's got insane athletic ability, which is what gets you hyped up for him. It's like, okay, even on this stuff that he clearly needs to work at and needs to improve on, he wins the rep. Like, he washes this guy down the line, and those are the guys I like at the top of the tackle class. Like, yeah, this guy has more room for improvement, but he's also like right there at the top. I think Evan Neal is a better player than him right now, but you see more room and improvement with results. And again, like, these aren't great reps, but he wins them. 1, 2, 3. Now here is decent. Like, you get that hop step instead of that 45 power down. Bam. Place his hands inside. Work with them. Good stuff. So you see the abilities there. He just has to get better at it. And again, this is not the level of competition he's going to face. He's going to face guys who have speed and strength and can rip through the inside. Another inside move. Again, he wins this rep, no doubt. But I would like to be a kick slide in his step. Where, like, kick and then slide the right foot, not step kick. Okay, but he's ready for the inside move. Washes the line down. But again, an NFL guy at this point is probably going to rip through this shoulder and go to the quarterback. So again, he's able to get away with it at the college level, but those are things that he needs to fix, and then you get yourself a nice touchdown you can celebrate, Icky. So that's something I think that he's going to need to work on the most. Here's a couple of just bad pass rush reps, and then we'll get into the run game. First, you're opening the hips too early. You got to be quick and ready to power down, not open up the gate like this. And he allows the defensive end into his chest and able to do that bull and pull. Like, just a clean shot into the chest from the pass rusher with the leverage, and then able to pull. And you give up a sack. Again, those plays will define you. If those happen consistently, those plays will define you. It doesn't matter how much of a freak athlete you are. So again, he's just got to get better timing his punch and making it cleaner inside. Okay, you see him, he gets head heavy with it, and it can be wide. So he's just got to get better with that punch and the placement of the punch and timing it and not leaning over his knees. This next one's versus Jermaine Johnson. I mean, a hell of a spin by Jermaine Johnson. But you see the punch? Punching, leaning, taking advantage of that. Be more patient with the punch and have those feet ready to mirror. And again, that was probably the worst pass blocking rep I saw out of him in 3 games watched. But again, it shows up. All right, let's go into the run game. First, this breakdown was brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best ticketing app you can find, whether you're going to concerts, sporting events, anything that's live. SeatGeek has it, and their app is great. And you can use promo code GIANTS to get $20 off your first order. How about that? That's a hell of a deal. You use their deal scores, scores 1 through 10. Click a certain section you want, you'll find the best deal in that section, or you'll just find the best deals overall. So again, let's download the SeatGeek app and use promo code GIANTS for $20 off your first order. All right, let's go into the run game. We're going to go through some wide zone stuff. Again, I hate the camera operator on this. Zoom out, please. But you see the athleticism show off, the strength. And the running back cuts this up. But he's got a wide 7 technique. And he's able to get out here. And again, this is Jermaine Johnson we're talking about. He's able to get out here, get flat down the line, lock hands, work his helmet. You can't really see it, but he's working his helmet to the play side and then flipping the hips. I mean, really good stuff. I'm not sure what's going out here, but this running back, ideally, should be trying to bait him to come through this hole and then bouncing it out. Instead, he cuts it up. Bad job on the backs play. Again, some more zone stuff. I mean, just dominant. Embarrassing, guys. And then going for a fight. Great athleticism. Bam. Good footwork. Helmet's on the right side. Now drive through. Drive through his ass. Use your athleticism. Use your raw power. And you're extending your arms and you're pushing through him and you're dominating, embarrassing him, running him into this guy, turning around. Now you got your next target. Hit his ass too. Come at him. Again, just stuff you don't see from any other offensive lineman in this class. You don't see this from any other offensive lineman. Not Evan Neal, not Charles Cross, not whoever your favorite guard is. You don't see this from anybody else in the entire class. Here on the backside of it, which is not an easy block, but again, first, the athleticism. Bam, crossing face. This is a win at this point when you're on the backside of wide zone. And I didn't put the plays in there, but there's times where he cut blocked on it. Some good stuff. So you can put him in the wide zone. Technique stuff needs to be fixed a little bit. But again, you've won. But not only does he win at this point, oh, you want to fight back over? I'm going to put my hand in your hip. I'm going to put my right hand here, my left hand in your hip, and I'm going to move your ass down the field. I'm going to take a defensive tackle and embarrass him. We're going to start right here, buddy. And we're going to put your ass 12 yards down the field. And we're not going to stop until the whistle blows and maybe even give you an extra shove at it. And again, number 3 is just getting the heat from these D linemen sucking. From him dominating these D linemen, number 3 is getting the heat. I love this demeanor. So some really good stuff on the zone stuff. Like, he's very capable. You put him in the zone or a gap scheme, which is for the Giants specifically. I'm putting this on the Talking Giants channel. That's what the Giants want to do with Brian Daboll. All right, next rep, we're going to go through some just regular stuff, just these run-out blocks. Just great movement. Striking the hands inside, extending. Keeping the feet moving. Base is a little skinny. But when he blocks like this, and he doesn't get too head heavy, like he has dominant reps like this. Dominant. Here versus Wake Forest. I mean, look at that punch. I haven't seen anyone punch like that since Becton. And Becton does it at the NFL level, but to knock defensive ends back like that. But again, I would like the first step to be a little better. Bam. Finish. Finish through it. And this is the wide zone. But this is more your typical tackle block. Running back's doing a lot on this. So like you see that, like when he's got a good base, when he's not leaning, good stuff. Now here's where he gets in trouble in the run game. He's very head heavy. Watch. On the ground. And it's not because of a balance issue. It's because he's head heavy. He's trying to kill guys. You see how he's bent over? I mean, he's got his head 10 feet in front of his toes. Expecting this guy not to jump this gap, and you, instead of just picking up this linebacker and giving your running back a hole, well, now that linebacker is making the play. If he's just patient, not going crazy, doesn't false step, you're picking up this block. And instead, he's on his face. We're going to see it again here versus Jermaine Johnson. And it shows us specifically when guys are jumping gaps post snap. You know, so he sees a guy in a gap. He's like, that guy's going to be there. I'm going to blow his ass up. But when a guy jumps gap, that's where he gets himself in trouble. So he's just got to be more patient and play with composure. And again, not being so head heavy. I mean, see how he's ducking his head into what he expects to be contact? But he's not there. If you're patient with this and you trust your footwork, and you trust your punch that is deadly, well, you're right here, and you're just hinging him out. But instead, gets head heavy, swam, and Jermaine Johnson's going to tackle for a loss versus you. Jermaine Johnson's is going down in NFL scouts. Go look what I did against that top 5 pick, Ikem Ekownu. Tell me what I'm going to do versus NFL competition. All right, last thing we're going to hit is just pure athleticism, his ability to pull. I mean, this is beautiful stuff. This is highlight stuff. And most tackles can't really pull well, or they're not used. And I think an NFL team would be wise to use more tackle pulling. And I know it's still different with NFL speed on the backside. But again, let's get into it. First one's just a kick out. I mean, you want to pitch smaller guys in the box? Be his guest. I mean, just look at the speed that he moves with. And then loads up, packs a punch. Good helmet placement. I mean, just blows them up. Next one, we're going to be pulling to the left, lead blocking. Just taking the will out of human beings. Bam, packing this punch. Okay, we got another guy filling the alley. And again, just that nastiness. Like, hey, I'm going to ruin your day. I'm going to ruin your day. Here again, leading to the left. What I like about this is just kind of instincts. Like, his job isn't to block Jermaine Johnson. You want this wide receiver to crack block him and get him, just get on the shoulder, get a piece of him. Doesn't do it. Good job by Jermaine Johnson. But, bam. Look at that. Bam. Just the raw power in that hand. And then you get out here, you push it, wash him outside. Good stuff. Not a successful play, but that's a good job by Ekwonu. Here he's going to be leading, pulling left to left again. Get the inside, wash him out. Nice gain. And then the last one, kicking out to the right. Now the left guard's an idiot and gets lost on the play. I don't know what the hell he's doing. This guy's in your gap. You're the one that's supposed to be blocking down. Or not blocking down, blocking that. But again, flat down the line. Good speed, good hat placement, and blocking a guy back. Left guard, do your job. Do your job, left guard. So again, this one went through a lot of plays. I love this guy. Again, and you see flaw, like there's there's flaws in his games. There's stuff to pick at, but I view him, and it's hard to split these hairs when you're talking about different guys and where they're going to get better at. But this is a guy I project getting better at a lot of things because you see him working like the snatch technique, and I've seen it with other guys. I know this is speaking about the Giants a lot because it is on the Giants channel, but these are some of the same issues that Andrew Thomas had. Being too head heavy punching, being able to protect the inside with your feet. So I see him getting better at these things, man, and he's an athlete unlike any other offensive lineman in this class with that speed and power. So I like Ikem Ekownu a lot, and if your team drafts him, hopefully it's my team, the Giants, you should be excited too. So again, like and subscribe to the channel. We got a bunch of draft previews out. If you just like the film breakdowns, check out the Talking Football channel, and we got Sauce Gardner and Kayvon on this channel as well. So check it all out. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Until then, let's go Big Blue, or let's go whatever team drafted Ikem Ekownu.